The big man, 6'10", number 26, Drew Timmy. At guard, 6'9", number 8, Eagle Devin. At forward, 7 feet, number 2, Danny Wolf. Guard, 6'3", 45, Keon Johnson. At forward, 6'5", number 14, Terrence Mann. The head coach for your Brooklyn Nets, Jordy Fernandez. Let's hear it one more time for the start of your Brooklyn Nets.
This is NBA 2K26, My Career. I am your host, Axton Jackson Wilson with Ladder of Light Gaming. We're in the Big Apple today, Brooklyn, New York, where the Charlotte Hornets will take on the Brooklyn Nets, the same team they knocked off on opening night in Charlotte. The Nets are looking for some redemption. The Hornets are looking to deny them and go back above 500. They entered this game 10-10 overall. The only difference is Wilson was the sixth man on opening night. Now he is in the starting lineup. He unfortunately lost the tip, so Brooklyn will get first possession. Playing on that Hall of Fame difficulty. Let's see what Cheese 2K's got for us today. Drew Timmy out of the University of Gonzaga going right into the chest of Wilson, and he's able to score the first bucket of this game. And now the Hornets will bring it up with LaMelo Ball. He'll get a screen from Wilson. It's a good one. Kicks it outside. Wilson for three. Bingo! Jackson Wilson coming off a career day against Toronto. One of their rookies, Colin Murray Boyles, was talking trash to him on social media. He definitely paid the price for it. I encourage you guys to check that out, as well as our other content here on Ladder of Light Gaming. We had a live stream earlier today with Detroit Become Human, so be sure to check that out as well. Demon's got 3 seconds to get up a shot. He gives it to Timmy. Wilson says no siree. He gets that block as Timmy tried to beat the shot clock on the spin move. Wilson, who also picked up a couple of blocks in his last outing against Toronto. Well, our last live game anyway. We play key contests during the regular season. And now LaMelo Ball, as the Hornets working around the perimeter. Timmy with his hand down. Wilson, another three, this time from the corner. Wilson, for a non-offensive big, making that jump shot look pure. He's got the first 6 points up on the board for the Hornets, who have countered the first basket of the game for Brooklyn. Back come the Nets as they lay it up and in from the right side. Nice pass there. Here comes Ball. Here comes Wilson with another screen. Ball crosses over. He tries a triple. That's no good. Rebound by the Nets. Terrence Mann brings it up for Brooklyn. Timmy had a backdoor cut, but Wilson's able to get back quick and cut it off. Timmy with the jab step. Timmy looking. Kicks it out to Demon. Demon off a screen. Wilson comes over to help. The kick out to Terrence Mann for the three. No good. Rebound by Wilson. Up ahead it goes to Knipple. Knipple with the crossover. Knipple Euro steps his way to the bucket but can't get it to go. McNeely on the offensive glass. He fakes and kicks it to Knipple. Now Wilson tried to go into the post, but the ball gets deflected by the Nets. They honestly should have hit me earlier, but you can't fix that now. Nets looking to tie or take the lead. Here is Johnson, who feeds a cutting Wolf. Wolf lays it up and in. We're even at 6. So far it's Brooklyn Nets 6, Jackson Wilson 6. He's got all the points on the board for the Hornets. Again, Timmy with his hand down, but this time Wilson can't make him pay for it. Misses on the three, and back come the Nets with Demon. Demon out to Mann. And now we got an illegal screen against Wolf. Great defense by Knipple, and as we get a break in the action, here is our rookie leaderboard. Check that out. This is quite the developing story. Jackson Wilson, who was taken in the second round, is outpacing a couple top 5 picks for Rookie of the Year. as Ball brings it up the floor for the Hornets and gives it to Wilson. Here he is. Wilson's going to pass it back down. Show Timmy his strength. Pump fake and the dunk. Wilson, who's got a lot of moves in his arsenal, the drop step, the hop step, the fade, the jump shot, puts in that work. And he's 3 out of his first 4 from the field. And he's also played great defense on Drew Timme. 8-6 Charlotte. Timme with the backdoor cut. Wilson again with the erase. His second block. And now he gets it on the break and stylishly dunks it. That's the Giannis Antetokounmpo package. Take another look with the assist by LaMelo Ball. Wilson red hot out of the gate here in Brooklyn. 4 out of his first 5 with 10 points and a couple of blocks to go along with a rebound. Here's the pass out to Mann. Mann fakes on the 3. Here's an off-ball screen by Timme. He loses ball. Demon tries the triple and misses. Wilson pulls down the board. Here he comes. Wilson will run the point guard. He'll get a floppy play set up for LaMelo Ball. 10-6 Hornets looking to add to it. Here comes LaMelo. LaMelo goes for 3 and hits. First basket of the night for LaMelo Ball, and the first bucket that isn't from Jackson Wilson, courtesy of the Charlotte Hornets. But he has been a leader so far here tonight. The rookie with confidence. He's only 19 years old, but he is thriving. Here's Mann. Feeds a cutting Wolf. Wilson roughs him up, making him earn his free throws. He'll pick up his first shooting foul and send Wolf to the charity stripe. Wolf's first. He gets the bounce. Wolf comes into this game averaging 6 points a game. He's shooting 50% from the floor. Wolf's second is no good, off to the left. Wilson with the rebound, up ahead to Knipple. Knipple crossover into Ball. Ball with back-to-back buckets. Good ball movement by the Hornets. These are 3 young superstars in one sequence. Wilson, Ball, and Knipple. Now Mann. Out to Demon. Timme another off-ball screen. Timme with the back door. Nice lob inside and a great touch by Drew Timme, the big man out of the University of Gonzaga. Wilson inbounds at the ball. 5 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. 15-9 Charlotte. Ball with a 3 off the screen. He's got it. 3 straight buckets for LaMelo Ball. And it's 18-9. When Ball and Wilson are on a scoring surge like this Hornets team can be tough to beat. Mann with a tough fadeaway. That's no good. Rebound by Wilson. That's number 4 on the night. Up ahead to Ball. Ball outside for Wilson. The floppies work so far, so let's clear out for Knipple. Sharing the wealth. Here he comes. Knipple for 3. No good. Wilson with the rebound. Resets it out to Ball. Is this number 4 in a row for Ball? No good. But Wilson, the glass eater, stays hungry. His 6th board. 2 in that possession. And it's 20-9 Charlotte. This is getting away from the last place Nets. Demon, as Drew Timme cuts back door. Wilson playing good defense with his hands up. Timme goes up and scores anyway. Gotta love that confidence of Drew Timme. Him and Wilson going at it here tonight. Wilson wants the ball again. This time he'll swing it to Bridges. Wilson posts up in the paint. Goes up over Timme. He got it. There's the fadeaway. Wilson's been working on that as well. A 22-11 start to this game for the Charlotte Hornets. And look at Jackson Wilson. 14 points, 6 rebounds, and assists. 86% from the floor. Demon gets a screen from Timme. Timme can't get through the back door, and it's deflected by Ball. Timme again in the post. Wilson's right there on him. 3 seconds to shoot. He kicks it out for the 3. It's no good. Wilson with the rebound. He picks out Bridges through the middle. Out to Ball. His jumper from the corner. He's got it. LaMelo Ball with 4 baskets here in the first quarter to help the Hornets take a 24-11 lead over the Brooklyn Nets. Demon, top of the key, gives it to Mann. Lobs it inside for Timme. Great defense by Wilson. And he pisses it up to Ball. Ball, tough layup. He still is able to convert. LaMelo Ball has caught fire, and it's 26-11 Charlotte. Timme on the break. Wilson tried to defend him, but he still is able to get the 2 points. Ball gives it to Wilson. Wilson wants this for Ball again. Don't worry, Ball. Haven't forgotten about you. Until they prove they can stop it, let's run floppy again. Inside Bridges. Bridges gets into the post, showing him his strength out to Wilson. 7 seconds to shoot. Let's do that play again. We should time this perfectly here if done correctly. Here comes LaMelo in the corner. His jump shot. Yes, sir. That is just a pure touch from LaMelo Ball. Wilson with his third assist, all to Ball, and it's 28-13 Hornets. 15 points, their biggest lead of the night. Demon out to Timmy. Wolf in the corner for Johnson. Out to Demon. Demon with the three. No good. Rebound by Wilson. This time he goes to Knipple. Knipple off a screen. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson had a cutter, but instead he elects to go to Ball. Good ball movement by the Hornets. Back to Ball. Wilson will give him a screen. Ball out to Wilson. Mid-range. Perfect. And the Nets need a timeout.
Timeout. Start it.
Couldn't have asked for a better start to this game, as Wilson is up to 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. He's got LaMelo Ball right there with him, producing. The Hornets can already smell their second victory in as many games against the Brooklyn Nets this year. We got our first couple key games set on to rookie against rookie. We're going to have to crank that up, it looks like, for the next set. The Hornets enter this game with a record of 10-10 overall. They currently hold the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, and that man right there, along with Knipple, has had a lot to do with it. They didn't show that graphic for very long, but I think it said that we were in the top rankings of the league in rebounds. Here is Traore, trying to get something started for the Nets, who already have a hill to climb at 17 points. Traore with the floater, can't get the roll. Wilson with the rebound and gives it to his new point guard, Mann. Mann with the drive, kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson for three. He's still hot! Mama, there goes that man again, Jackson Wilson. 19 points in the first quarter. And he's got 10 rebounds, an A+ grade, and 3 assists. Traore with the drive, and he's going to draw the reach-in foul against LaMelo Ball. Now we'll get a substitution for Charlotte.
Number 14,
Clowney on the inbound. Clowney was doing a lot of taunting back in Charlotte. Maybe he learned his lesson this time. About Powell with the three. Clowney with the putback slam. Good play by Clowney. Wilson was a little late on the box out. Gets to his corner. Now he wants Williams to set a screen and then cut to the basket. It's not there, so he'll leave it for Mann. Mann, as Wilson tried to screen. Mann to Williams. Wilson out to Saloon. 3 seconds to shoot. He crashes the boards. Diabate's got to put it up. No good. Rebounded by Clowney. Here come the Nets. Powell to Saraf. Into the corner. Whitehead. Outside Powell. Powell drives. Powell kicks it out to Traore. Traore jab steps. Off a screen. Traore crossover. 3 seconds to shoot. Traore at the buzzer for three. No. And the rebound by Wilson, even though that wouldn't have counted towards the stat line. We go to the second quarter. Charlotte Hornets 33, Brooklyn Nets 15. This young, physical, athletic squad giving it their all in the Big Apple, and they are reaping rewards. Jackson Wilson with one of his most efficient first quarters he has ever played. Every time he sees a size advantage or a mismatch, he's exploited it. He's got that silky smooth jump shot, and let's go to the second. So look at the Charlotte Hornets head coach. I believe that's Udoka, could be wrong. But now it looks like we're introduced to dynamic goals. Assistant coach Hopkins wants us to lead by 23 plus at the end of the quarter. I personally don't like these specific goals because they could put me on the bench and we could lose this lead, and it's not even going to be your fault, but 2K will penalize you for it. But it is what it is. Wilson trying to break free. Pass fakes and takes another jumper. This time from the mid-range. If you sag off, your swag's off. We'll take that every time. Wilson, 9 out of his first 10. He's scored in the paint, from downtown, from the mid-range. It's just another day at the office for what looks to be a future all-star for the Charlotte Hornets. Wilson playing like the top overall pick right now, not Cooper Flagg. No disrespect to him. Cooper Flagg was number 1 for a reason, but we still got a long ways to go. Don't want to count our chickens before they hatch. Or in this case, hornets before the larvae grow up. I see we got a viewer. Welcome into Ladder of Light Gaming. You're just in time. Wilson, another three-pointer from downtown. We're playing on that Hall of Fame difficulty, and you'll see at the end of the video. 38-15 Charlotte Hornets here in the second quarter. And look at Wilson, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 4 out of 5 from the three. Ball gets knocked away. Wilson gets credited with the steal. Here he comes. He's got a mismatch in the paint. Layup. He doesn't get it to go, but he's fouled. Powell hit him on the arm. That's Drake Powell out of the University of North Carolina. Wilson knows a lot about him, being a North Carolina fan. Matter of fact, Wilson is playing basketball in North Carolina. He plays for the Charlotte Hornets. So North Carolina's written all over Wilson right now. Hopefully, maybe me and Drake Powell will be teammates someday. Wilson can't get the first free throw. But he has been nothing but efficient so far here tonight. 38-15. I know we've got tougher games down the road, but this is how you should be playing against the last place club. If you're going to call yourself a playoff team this year, these are the results you need to put up. And Wilson, his first trip to Brooklyn here in the Big Apple, he's making it count. Clowney leaves it for Traore. He's got a wide open cut to the basket. He lays it up and in. 39-17, Charlotte Hornets. Wilson will run the point guard position and leave it for Diabate. Diabate, as Wilson cuts and gets into the post on Powell. Wilson drops back, goes up for a floater. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Great defense there. Saraf to Whitehead. Whitehead with the drive. He's got man on him. He spins on the left block. Still fighting for his way to the basket. Clowney with a three over Wilson. No good. Diabate on the glass. Hornets have got a fast break opportunity, but the Nets shut it down. So Wilson will leave it for man, and we'll go with the pick and roll. Wilson slips, but it gets deflected by the Nets. Great interception right there, and Clowney will finish on the break. So Brooklyn with a couple of baskets in a row, they cut this to a 20-point deficit. Now the ball goes back to Wilson. Wilson will set up the offense. And here we go. There's a screen for Saloon. He goes for three and hits. Tyler Saloon with the 7th three-pointer of the night for Charlotte. A timeout taken by the Brooklyn Nets. Their defense continues to be weak. They just have not been able to stop the Hornets, particularly on the perimeter. Wilson got hot from deep, and it opened the floor right up. We're making Hall of Fame look easy right now, ladies and gentlemen. 42-19. Like I said, this Brooklyn Nets squad is not a playoff team, so we can only get so excited, but it is a key game on our schedule. You know we got to take advantage of that. We take a look at the three-point contest race. Get to that point in the season, 20 games in. Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors, of course, leading the charge. Be interesting to see how the Hornets fare against them. As Demon puts a jab step on Ball. Now the Nets will set an off-ball screen for Clowney. 10 seconds remaining in the first half, and it's hammer time over Saloon for man. And he'll go to the line to try to complete a three-point play. Free throw looks good, and it is. 42-22. Charlotte Hornets on top. Here's a screen for LaMelo Ball. Ball doesn't want it, instead he leaves it for Williams. The hand is still down. Wilson's hitting another three. Wilson, 8 for his last 9, or 8 for his first 9, I should say. That took place in the first quarter. He's picked up right where he left off here in the second. And now we got another illegal screen against Brooklyn. This is called against Terrence Mann. And if you guys missed the last video at the end, Coach was talking about how we're dealing with injuries, so Wilson might be playing the entire game. Boy, fatigue hasn't affected him so far as he cuts back door and gets into the post. He's got to go up with this quick. He hesitates and shoots a jump shot over Timmy. It's no good. Timmy with the rebound. Back comes Demon. As Timmy gets set up in the right corner, here is Wolf. Wolf backs up and leaves it for Demon. Demon crosses over and leaves it for Mann. Mann with the two-handed flush. 45-24 Charlotte. Ball brings it down. Nobody picks up Wilson. Another three for the rookie, even though he's not playing like one right now. 31 points in the first half, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. What a performance. Wolf gives it to Demon. Demon backs up. He'll try to answer back. Cannot. Wilson with the rebound. Up ahead it goes to Mann. Mann drives in. Mann fakes. Gives it to Williams. Williams, tough layup. That's no good. Wolf on the boards. Here comes Demon. Demon crosses over. Demon to the cup. Can't get it to go. Good defense by the Hornets. Demon wanted a foul, didn't get it. Back comes Charlotte. Cross pass to Mann. Back to Wilson, but the ball gets stolen by Mann. That was a tough angle. Mann drives inside. Wilson is there to cut off his layup. So Whitehead will leave it out for Wolf. Nets just aren't getting anywhere right now. They need to get a scoring run started and fast. But another illegal screen is called, this time against Drew Timme. Not only is Brooklyn sitting in last place in the Eastern Conference at 3-16, but they just are not playing clean basketball here tonight. Their defense is sloppy. They've got like 4 illegal screens. They're turning the ball over. They're not double-teaming Wilson. Even though he's torched them the entire game, he's going to go right back to work on Timme. The fadeaway misses, so it looks like Wilson's finally starting to cool off. But he's still shooting 75% from the floor. Demon, I thought, just double-dribbled, but no whistle from the referee. Wolf kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson goes for 3 at the top of the key. It's no good. Rebound by Timme. He's got it. So Timme with a rare rebound over Wilson. But the Hornets are looking to push. Here they come with Wilson. Wilson kicks it out to Bridges, and he'll set him an off-ball screen. Ball sets up the offense and leaves it for Mann. Mann wide open for 3. Rattles it home. Terrence Mann from downtown. Still no defense in sight for the Brooklyn Nets. Now, this crowd is restless. I have not heard a single peep out of them since the opening tip. Well, actually, I take that back. Brooklyn scored the first basket. They were pretty loud since then, but ever since they've been put on mute. Mann kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson's got to force it up. It's no good. Wilson with the rebound over Timme and leaves it for Mann. Nobody gets back for the Nets, and Wilson finishes it off. Gorgeous pass by Terrence Mann. I love getting the ball passed to me when I call for it. That makes things so much easier. You didn't have that ability on earlier 2Ks. 33 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists for Wilson in what has been a remarkable first half. We could be seeing history here tonight. Wilson went for the block and missed, but Williams is able to back him up. Wilson to the cup, draws contact, can't finish the layup. Bridges with the rebound, kicks it into Williams. Williams blows the layup. Rebound by the Nets. Demon looking around. Here's an off-ball screen left side. That doesn't get anywhere for the Nets, so they got to set up the offense. Here's a pick for Mann. Mann gets free for the triple. That's no good. Wilson with the rebound. Leaves it for Williams. Out to LaMelo Ball. Wide open for 3. It's no good. Rebound secured by the Nets. Williams tried to tap it out to one of his teammates. There was nobody in sight. Wilson with a great job to get back on defense. Jackson didn't get it that time. And now he gives it into LaMelo Ball. Ball leaves it for Wilson. Wilson sets it up. Back to Ball. Ball wants a screen, and Wilson gets it to him. Pick and pop. Wilson for 3. Kaboom! Wilson is now 8 for his first 9 from downtown. And it's 56-28 Charlotte Hornets. Mann trying to use a screen. Gets to the cup. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. We got any viewers right now? Welcome into Ladder of Light Gaming. This is Jackson Wilson, your host, and also a disciple of Jesus Christ, letting you know doesn't matter who you are, what you've been through, Jesus Christ is calling your name. He wants to cleanse you. He loves you. He forgives you. He died on the cross so your sins can be washed away, and that you can be made clean, and promised eternal life in the kingdom of heaven where there will be no more sin, no more pain, no more suffering. And that promise is for everybody, so don't think that you are singled out. But it's time to meet the Lord if you haven't already. It's time to repent, turn from your sin, and turn to Him. And now, back to our regular scheduled programming. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Up ahead goes to Wilson. Wilson to McNeely. McNeely trying to get something going. He uses a Wilson screen. Backdoor Wilson. Perfect pass and a one-handed finish. The flush by Wilson. And he's nearing 40 points, and we still are not at halftime. We still got 1:37, but Wilson, 38 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 75% from the floor. And now Mann steps back, crosses over. Mann tried to go inside, but the ball gets deflected and stolen by the Hornets. McNeely crosses over, hits Wilson. There's a pass fake, and now he leaves it for Ball. The screen for Ball. Ball with the drive. Wide open for the layup off a Wilson assist. LaMelo Ball gets the 2 points, and it's now 60 to 28 Charlotte Hornets. Wow. Johnson out to Demon. Demon, outside man. Timmy back door, but Wilson is on him. Man, the crossover. Man, tough shot. No good. The Nets remain ice cold. Wilson with the rebound and leaves it for LaMelo. LaMelo lobs it inside to McNeely for the layup.
From LaMelo Ball.
Hey, Aaliyah, I just saw your comment. As Wilson gets a block. I mean, if this makes any sense, I'm happy and sad at the same time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause right now. I'm sad that you put that message in there, but at the same time, I'm glad you did because you're at least honest with yourself. I'm here to tell you that even though you hate yourself, the Lord doesn't hate you. Jesus Christ loves you, Aaliyah, and He wants to make you new. You're very special to Him. And, I mean, how the world sees you and how you see yourself isn't how God sees you. And I really, really am appreciative of you tuning in today. I appreciate the support. If you need anything, we're here for you at Ladder of Light Gaming. It's not too late to come back to Christ. You're beautiful, Aaliyah. You have a purpose, and He's got it for you. I'm here to tell you that as a brother in Christ. Keep going. For those who endure to the end will be saved. I hope that helps. Now, 15 seconds remaining. Wilson in the corner. Three-pointer, that's 40! 40 points on a board, can you believe it? 65-28, final seconds here in the first half. Demon with the crossover. He gets a screen. Demon with the drive, spinning. Wilson trying to meet him. He kicks it out to Johnson for three. He can't get it at the buzzer. This crowd in Brooklyn, disgusted. The boos raining down. I think they're so loud you could hear them all the way at the Knicks Arena across the way here in New York. 65-28. Is this a fake video? Shout out to Chris Smoove. Are we really playing on Hall of Fame? Well, I'll prove it to you guys after the game. This is Hall of Fame difficulty. I'm just as baffled as you guys are, believe me. I knew the Nets were struggling, but I didn't think they were struggling this much. Now, granted, this isn't a playoff team as we welcome into the halftime report Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson, and Kenny Smith. Check out the field goal percentages right there, and look at yours truly. 41 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in that first half. LaMelo Ball also putting in work. Check him out on that crossover and that move. He's also been finding Wilson, hitting him in the slot. The Hornets are scoring every which way possible, turning defense into offense. And check that out. November Player of the Month. Who would have thought for the Eastern Conference? 27 points, 18 rebounds. But take a look right there. There's always somebody better than us. Nikola Jokic says, whatever you can do, I can do better. But I said at the top of the show, I kind of feel like Jokic, like we play very, very similar. I really take my game after Tim Duncan. He was the walking fundamental. Nikola Jokic, I would say, is this generation's Tim Duncan. He's not flashy, but he's a champion. He gets the job done, and that's who I want to follow in the footsteps of if I had to pick a particular player. But most importantly, I want to follow in the footsteps of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to spread love to people. Win or lose, I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel, and hopefully brighter days are ahead. We've also got Detroit Become Human up on our channel, so be sure to check that out. I actually had a live stream earlier today, but there's plenty of content. We also have As Dusk Falls, both Life is Strange series, the original Life is Strange and Life is Strange Double Exposure. Shout out to my man Jacob Vintage Bates for the work that he does for the channel, and to Kelson Triplett. I want to thank him for being a special guest in one of our videos of As Dusk Falls. Check it out. Now we're back here for the second half as LaMelo Ball goes for three and hits it right down the bottom of the net. LaMelo Ball refusing to ease off the gas pedal, as well as Wilson. This entire Charlotte Hornets team, they got a 40-point lead, 68-28. This may be a last-place team, but we're definitely proving ourselves as a playoff squad. I know the community of Charlotte has really been begging for that, and it looks like we finally have the pieces together to give them entertaining basketball as Timmy hits that jump shot over Wilson. Timmy's been balling tonight, 7 out of 11, but that's been pretty much it for the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody else, they're still waiting to get going. Wilson gets back into the post against Timmy. See if the drop step works on him. Wilson, tough layup, no good. Good defense by Timmy. Actually didn't do the drop step that time. But back come the Hornets, or rather the Nets. The Hornets are playing defense. Demon, guarded by LaMelo Ball. Leaves it up for Drew Timme. Timme, who made a splash at the University of Gonzaga. It's a high draft selection for the Brooklyn Nets, and now here is Demon with the three to beat the shot clock. In and out. Wilson the rebound, and he leaves it for Ball. Ball running the break. Ball flashy pass to McNeely. Oh my goodness! And McNeely finishes off the window for two. Oh man, the Charlotte Hornets can do no wrong tonight. LaMelo Ball, he may be only 24, but he's playing like he's 34. Looking like Chris Paul out there, only 6 inches taller. Showing off that playmaking. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. As Johnson dribbles it out. 2 seconds. Demon, pump fake, goes for three. No! The defense remains on lockdown for the Hornets. McNeely for three. Look at the ball movement by Charlotte. Everybody getting a touch, but McNeely can't sink the three. Now Man. Man crosses over, leaves it for Timme. Into the corner for Johnson. His three-pointer is perfect. Johnson from downtown. And the Nets with a rare bucket. Wilson out to Ball. Going to feed the hot hand here. Here's an off-ball screen. Wilson back to Ball. Here's a wraparound. Now Knipple. Wilson off a screen. Frees himself up for the mid-range, and it's Green. Jackson Wilson back on track after missing a couple of buckets the last couple of possessions. Now Wolf. Wolf the man. Demon. Dribbling with his right hand. 13 seconds left to shoot. Demon drives. Crosses over. 8 to shoot. Drop step. Demon can't get the layup. Rebound by LaMelo Ball. Appreciate the assist there. Nobody's in the paint. Wilson's got a wide open carpet straight to the rim. Wilson continues to pile up the tallies here in Brooklyn. He's up to 45 points. Remarkable. 17 rebounds on top of it. 5 assists. A+ grade. Demon gets a screen. Demon goes for three. No good. Rebounded by Wilson. Close court pass to Ball. Ball for three. It's good! LaMelo Ball. This is unbelievable. 77-33. Wilson and Ball, the dynamic duo, going crazy on the shadow of the Brooklyn Bridge. Man in the corner leaves it for Wolf. Wolf for three. He's got it. This may be all but said and done with for the Nets, but they're still fighting. Wilson outside. Now Ball to McNeely. Wilson back outside, and now he sees Knipple on the floor with him, so he'll set up a floppy. 5 seconds to shoot. Here comes Knipple. 3, 2, 1. Knipple's got to beat the shot clock. He does, but he misses the shot. And now Miles Bridges will be called for the loose ball foul. 5:38 remaining here in the third, and Wilson hasn't spent a single second on the bench. He's been there from start to finish, and his imprint has been obvious. 45 points, 18 rebounds, and 6 assists. Did Colin Murray Boyles of the Toronto Raptors spark a bonfire in this 19-year-old kid? As the screen comes for Demon. Demon for three, it's no good. Wilson with the rebound. And he leaves it for LaMelo Ball. Ball, too big, too strong, too fast, too good. As he scores another on the break. That's 7 assists now for Jackson Wilson, nearing another triple-double. He's got 3 so far in his career. Trying to make it number 4. He's 3 assists away. Ball gets stolen. Wilson with his second steal. Bridges to Knipple. He's got a triple. The sharpshooter from Duke. The onslaught is on. 82-36. Charlotte Hornets over the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, baby. Man. Trying to set up an off-ball screen with Demon. Demon draws contact, and he'll go to the line. LaMelo Ball gets called for the foul. Here's the first free throw for Demon. And it is good. Demon. Trying to go 2 for 2. And he does. Look at the Nets on defense, though. Nobody back. Wilson, easy layup. I know I'm not the fastest runner, but so when you're making me score a layup on you like that, you're definitely not playing good defense. Brooklyn Nets are out here standing in quicksand, and Wilson continues to exploit it. 47 points tonight. That ties a career high from his last outing in Toronto. Whitehead with the drive. Wilson with great defense. Disrupted him at the last minute. Now he leaves it for Ball. Ball back to Wilson. Wilson with the drive, and he'll go back to the line. Konkanippel getting a breather. He might as well do some meditation right now because that Hornets bench looks so relaxed, and fittingly so, knowing that they've got an 84-38 lead, and this guy doing what he's doing. I don't know how we're doing this, to be honest with you guys. I mean, when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. And right now, that's the case for Wilson. He's nearing the 50-point ledger, and we still have a quarter and a half left to play here in Brooklyn, New York. We talk about performing in the spotlight, as Wilson is now 3 out of 4 from the stripe here tonight. Back come the Nets, trailing 86-38. Johnson out to Wolf. The big man fires, can't get it to go. Rebound number 20 for Wilson tonight. He picks Saloon on the fast break. Back outside Wilson. Here's Ball. Ball for 3. They're still sagging off. Wilson comes flying in, but he can't score off the offensive board. Back come the Nets. 86-38 the score. Johnson out to Demon. Demon fakes a crossover, and now with 10 on the shot clock, he's going to get a screen from Mann. His three-pointer, in and out. Another rebound by Wilson. Up ahead, Ball. Ball goes behind the back. Sees Wilson cutting through the back door. He's got a mismatch, and he dunks it with Timmy in his rearview mirror. Another assist for LaMelo Ball. Wilson with good concentration to keep that ball secure in traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, you are seeing a 50-point performance from Jackson Wilson on a 74% efficiency from the floor. Another miss by the Nets, the rebound by Wilson. Up ahead it goes to Ball. Nobody's catching him, and Ball with the slam. 8 assists for Wilson, and LaMelo Ball is loving playing with this guy. They are quickly developing chemistry at an inhuman rate. Three-pointer on the way, that's no good. The Nets can't buy a bucket. Meanwhile, the Hornets can do no wrong. Wilson to Ball in the corner. Hornets working around the world, and now we'll slow it down. Let's get a floppy going. Man. Instead, the floppy isn't there, so we'll go to Ball. Ball's wide open. Another 3 for LaMelo. Wilson with 9 assists tonight. LaMelo Ball is up to 29 points. And Wilson with 51. Can you imagine that, guys? That's 80 points from just 2 players. The Nets' entire team has 38. We are seeing a beatdown of epic proportions right now. And again, I'm going to prove it to you guys. We're on Hall of Fame. I'm from the old school 2K, so when it comes to Hall of Fame, we are experienced. I've taken wins, and I've definitely taken a lot of L's. So when you're on top like this, it really makes you feel good. The Nets knock down both free throws. They give it to Wilson at the point guard position. Let's see if we can get a cutter right here. All right, the cut's not there, so we'll set it up with Mann. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Mann. Wilson with the drive. Mann, nice pass, and Wilson takes care of the rest. Wilson getting all his teammates involved, whether it's passing or scoring on their own. Trying to space the floor the best of our ability. Wilson up to 53 points, 23 rebounds, 9 assists. Clowney with the drive and Clowney with the finish. Caught Wilson sleeping, playing a little too high. And now Wilson will bring it down again. Another underrated stat for Wilson, he hasn't turned the ball over tonight. Definitely the best game of his career by a long shot. Wilson setting it up and now leaves it for Diabate. Outside Salawan. Wilson off a screen. Mann for 3. Yes! Trey Mann with the Trey ball. They don't call him Trey for nothing. 98-42 Charlotte. All over the Brooklyn Nets here tonight. Here's a screen. Nets just keep going for threes, but they cannot snap out of their funk. Up ahead, Mann. Mann outside for Wilson. Wilson for 3. It is no good. That's a rare miss for Wilson. 8 for 10 from downtown now. He wants the ball back, and they'll set it up. Hold on. Set it up, set it up, set it up, set it up. Quick screen, quick screen. They got to beat the clock here. Williams, wide open. He can't get the roll. Here comes Johnson. Johnson inside for Clowney. Clowney out to Demon. Demon backs up, and he'll dribble out the clock here. The screen. The roll. Here's Powell. Drake Powell shoots. No good. Wilson with the rebound. He chucks it up, and it is no good off the front of the rim. And that will take us to quarter number 4. Jackson Wilson, who has played every second of this game, he can do no wrong right now, and neither can this Hornets squad. They may have asked increased minutes out of Wilson because of a couple of injuries, but that has not stopped them from putting the last place Brooklyn Nets in their place. 98-42. This crowd at Barclays Center is stunned. We're back in a moment. Jackson Wilson will remain in the game for the Hornets as we begin the fourth quarter, as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game. Wilson with the good pass, and then the screen assist for LaMelo Ball, who has been a terrific right-hand man for him tonight. 53 points, 25 rebounds, and Wilson 1 assist away from a triple-double. As Traore tries to drive inside, Clowney was open, but Wilson is there. Now Traore fades. Traore is no good. Rebound by Wilson. Here he comes. Wilson to Man. Wilson with the screen. Man uses it. Hits Wilson. Wilson pass fakes. Looks for Saloon and gets it to him. Man with 5 seconds to shoot. Wilson coming around a screen. Gives it back outside, but the ball gets stolen. Wilson with his first turnover of the night. Now Man inside for Powell. Powell throws up a floater and can't hit it. Wilson with the rebound. Here come the Hornets on the break. Saluon feeds Wilson, posting up, but that ball gets stolen away. I didn't like Saloon driving into all that traffic, but now Whitehead driving inside. Wilson with great defense and another rebound. Wilson will slow it down. Let's do a little pick and fade here with Williams. Great play. And there's the triple-double for Jackson Wilson. Thanks to Williams on that two-handed slam. 53 points, 28 rebounds, and 10 assists for Wilson, who has played this entire game on Hall of Fame without a break. Now Traore. Traore posts up. Traore spins. Traore drives. Traore scores. Final minutes of this game. 8 to go. And here's Wilson. Feeding Diabate. Here's a give and go. But it's not there. Hornets keep moving it around the world with Wilson, and they'll reset. Here's Man. Wilson comes with a screen left side. It's a good one. Wilson for the jump shot. No good. But the putback slam by Diabate drops the hammer, and that is what you would expect to see out of a team like the Nets. When the game is no longer a doubt, you have a tendency to slack off, and nobody was boxing out that paint. And now Whitehead. Whitehead waiting for an open man, and he gives it to Drake Powell. Powell looking to get busy. Powell creates space, 5 on the shot clock. Man goes for 3. No good. Rebound by Wilson. He'll leave it for Man. Man off a screen from Wilson. Wilson's got a mismatch. He drives, feels contact, gets the roll! Wilson exploiting the mismatch and showing him his strength once again. He's up to 69% from the floor here tonight, and Drake Powell will take a seat on the bench. Drew Timme will re-enter. Wilson will go to the line to try to cap off a 3-point play. He is nearing history here in Brooklyn. He's now got 55 points. He can't get that one to go, but the Hornets are there on the offensive glass. And they'll set up for another possession here. Here we go with 5 seconds on the clock. To Diabate. Wilson's going to crash for him. Diabate shoots, misses. Rebounded by Wilson. Kicks it out to Man. Diabate to Wilson in the corner. Wilson for 3. No good. Rebound by the Nets. That was Wilson's 30th rebound on the night as Traore sets up the offense for the Nets. Another illegal screen has been called against Drew Timme. As we take a look at the Brooklyn Nets' upcoming schedule. They're 3-16 on the year. It's definitely been a year to forget. But they'll look to get back on track as they take on the Bulls next time out, and then they're back home against the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are also 3-16. We played them earlier this year and put a boot to their rear end as well. We're doing what we're supposed to do against teams we're supposed to beat. I'll give the team credit for that. Now Diabate with 8 to shoot. Wilson's going to try to get him some action. He doesn't want it, so he'll leave it for Mann. Nice pass to Wilson. Didn't even have to call for it that time. The patience by Wilson pays off there. He's now up to 57 points. Gotta love that chemistry he's building with Trey Mann. 106-44. Here's Traore spinning inside, leaves it for Whitehead. His three-pointer is no good. Wilson with the rebound. He's now up to 31 boards here tonight. Williams driving. Wilson cutting. Wilson finishing. And there is a GOAT moment achieved. Wilson has broken the NBA record for the points scored by a rookie in any game. The previous record was 58. Wilson now has 59. He's nearing Michael Jordan territory, and now Timmy steps out of bounds. There's a look at the franchise record as well. Wilson has broken something else. He surpassed Dwight Howard, who he tied with 30 rebounds against the Raptors. He's now got 31 rebounds in this game against the Nets. What's next for this young man from Vermont? As Wilson brings it down, he's got that red ring. Gives it for Mann. Mann off a screen. Wilson's been red hot and he wants the ball. Nobody is there. Wilson for three. It's no good. Rebound by Diabate. Again, nice job of cleaning that up. And here comes Demon. Demon leaves it for Johnson. Timmy sets an off-ball screen with 13 on the shot clock. In it goes to Demon, and Demon is out of bounds. The Brooklyn Nets are way out of sync right now. Wilson with that A-plus grade, 59 rebounds, 31 assists. Or 31 assists, good Lord. 31 rebounds. If I had 31 assists, I'd be the greatest playmaker of all time. But anyways, with 5:23 left to go, 59 points, 31 rebounds, and 10 assists for Wilson. He's also shooting 62% from three. Gives it to Terrence Mann, outside for Saloon. Wilson with an off-ball screen, and now Mann. 10 seconds to shoot. Diabate outside, Saloon to Mann. Mann feeds Wilson. Wilson gets into the post, drop steps, goes up with a layup, no good. Offensive rebound, and he punches it home. And now we got a timeout in the action. Jackson Wilson has a 60, 20, and 10 triple-double. Wow, can you believe your eyes? When you let Wilson play an entire game, apparently this is what can happen. 61 points, 31 rebounds, and 10 assists, and a couple of blocks and only one turnover, and an A-plus grade to boot. Look at this crowd sitting on the edge of their seats. Even the Brooklyn Net fans are saluting Jackson Wilson for a job well done here tonight. Now Timmy trying to cut down low. Ball gets tipped away by Williams. Williams on the fast break. Outside for Wilson. The Hornets will set it up. He hits Williams. Wilson screens for Williams. Now Mann gets his defender in the air. Takes a jumper from the free throw line. It's no good. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Here's Mann. Mann guarded by Williams. Drew Timmy is Wilson's assignment. He's screening for Demon. Demon to Timmy. Timmy with the drive. He'll dunk it home. Wilson tonight, as you can see, they just updated his field goal percentage. He's 66% with 61 points, 32 rebounds, and 10 assists. Williams. Wilson tries to lose Timmy. Now he gives it up to Diabate. Saloon. Williams to Diabate. Hornets continue to work the perimeter. Mann with the drive. Mann's got to put it up, and he scores. Trey Mann with great focus. Wilson was there for the rebound if he missed. And back comes Johnson. 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Wilson nearing history here. 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go. He boxes out Timmy. Grabs the rebound. Actually, that was Saloon that gets it. Here's Mann. Mann with a tough shot. It's no good. Rebound by Drew Timmy. 3:16 left to go. Mann, outside Wolf. Wolf for three. Yes. Terrence Wolf with a rare made basket for the Nets, who trail 114-49. Now Wilson will set up a pick and fade with Diabate. Diabate wide open. It's Wilson on the curl. Wilson gets blocked by Timmy. With 2 minutes and 51 seconds left, let's take another look. He may have hit Wilson on the arm. Nope, I think that was all ball. Never mind. Good job by Drew Timmy. With 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter, the fans begin to file out. Wilson with the catch off the inbound. He'll get back to work on Drew Timmy. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Wilson spinning. Pump fake, goes up and can't finish. Timmy with the rebound. Wilson is definitely feeling it now. He's got the Gatorade. Been playing the entire game. When you're playing the entire game, definitely natural to be tired by the fourth quarter. Wilson's got his hands on his knees. But it has been an effort well done here tonight for the Charlotte rookie. 114-50 with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Johnson's second toss for the Nets is perfect. 114-51. His man brings it up and leaves it for Diabate. Diabate lays it up and in.
The helper, Trey Mann.
Trey Mann with the assist. 2:22 left. As Demon gives it for Mann. Mann outside for Timmy. Timmy to Wolf. Wolf outside. Demon. Demon with the jab step. 8 seconds to shoot. Demon driving inside. Kicks it out to Timmy. 3 seconds on the clock. Wolf goes up for a tough shot. No good. Never mind. I thought for sure that was going to miss. But he finally gets it to go. Wilson on the fast break. Trying to feed Plumlee. He does. But Plumlee loses the ball. Mason Plumlee, that's why you are no longer a starter. Inside for Wolf. Wolf can't finish over Wilson. The rebound by Charlotte. And Wilson will bring it up. 1:40 left to go. Here's a screen by Plumlee. Wilson to Diabate in the corner. Wilson gives him a screen. Wilson with the drive. Gets into the post, but the ball gets stolen away. Where the Nets do not want Wilson to get that 60-second point. As Mann leaves it up for Wolf. Wolf. Outside Demon. Demon out to Wolf. Wolf for three. Got it. Wolf sinks the triple, and back come the Hornets. You get Wilson in the post against Timmy. Here's Wilson, drop step to the cup for two. He lays it up and in. Wilson with 63 points on the night. Final minute here in Brooklyn. Wilson has set the all-time franchise record in points and in rebounds, all in the same night. And it was a game in which he was asked to play every second due to Charlotte injuries. Wilson's got a mismatch, so he'll go right back to the well. No drop step needed this time. He lays it up and in over the smaller guard. Wilson finishing strong. The assist by Trey Mann. He's up to 65 points, and he's grabbed 33 boards and 10 assists. And look at this Hornets team. They may have the bench in there, but they're playing like it's a tie game. They are not taking their foot off the gas pedal, and even though he's not showing it facially, you have to think that that is a very satisfied head coach there on the sideline for Charlotte. He came in and put forth probably the best all-around effort in the history of this franchise. 120-56. As Mann tries to drive inside, leaves it for Demon for three. Wilson with the box out. And since we didn't have any trash talk prior to the game, we're going to be a good sport and dribble it out. Wilson will give it to Mann. Give it right back. And that's it. The Charlotte Hornets with a historic 120-56 slaughtering of the Brooklyn Nets in enemy territory in the shadow of the Brooklyn Bridge and the Big Apple. And that man, Jackson Wilson, with a performance that we will always remember. He played every single minute.
You must be exhausted after playing the full 48 tonight, but talk about what it took to win.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. I'm not going to hold you, Dom. Plenty of time to rest now, though. The important thing is we got the win. It's next man up. When someone goes down, the rest of us got their back.
We appreciate you talking to us, MP.
Always.
Kevin, back to you.
I'll tell you what, when he first started his career as a senior in high school in the small state of Vermont, nobody knew who this kid was. But after tonight, if they haven't already, this crowd, at least in Brooklyn, will definitely remember Jackson Wilson. Unfortunately, not for the sake of their team. Their team went up against him. But as a fan of basketball in general, those fans have got to be appreciative of what they saw here tonight. Jackson Wilson and the Charlotte Hornets take a big bite out of the Big Apple and dominate the Nets, 120-56. And for anybody who has been wondering if I'm a man of my word or not, Hall of Fame, the hardest difficulty, 10-minute quarters, no sliders, no Miller, Brandon Miller, no Colin Sexton. But Jackson Wilson bridges the gap with the greatest performance of his career. Let's take a look at our final totals before we sim to our next key game. There it is. 27 for 42 from the field, 8 for 13 from 3, 3 for 5 from the free throw line, only 1 turnover in 40 minutes, and Wilson with 65 points, 34 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks on the road. Absolutely unreal. As you see, we're making our way through our first couple of key games. We're in the second round sleeper stage, so we're just sticking with going up against rookies. But after this is through, you best believe that we're going to take our shot against superstars. And as you can see, Jackson Wilson, 28 points, 19 rebounds a game, 7 assists, 0.8, 0.1. Been putting in that work in the park and the rec. Came into this season prepared. And now we get ready for the next key game, which will be at home against the Washington Wizards. It'll be another rookie matchup, Wilson against Johnson. He's been having a great season for the Wizards, but it hasn't amounted to many wins. The Wizards have lost 17 of their first 19. Let's see where we stand as we sim to our next key test. So it's still been an up and down year for us. We got 15 wins and 14 losses in our first 29 games. But we are holding on to the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. So that's definitely a plus for us. Look at the New York Knicks. They're the complete opposite of the Brooklyn Nets. 25-3. Got the 21-9 Cavaliers. And then the Hawks are sitting at 20-10. Pacers at 17-12, and the Pistons, who are only 1 game behind, at 16-13. And then the Charlotte Hornets at 15-14. All right, guys, thanks for watching. This is Jackson Wilson bringing you another episode of NBA 2K26 My Career. Don't forget to check out my previous live stream from earlier today, Detroit Become Human. And that's all I got for you guys today. Oh, one last thing. I pray peace that passes beyond understanding. And as always, unconditional love. In the name of Jesus Christ, who is the way, the only way, the truth, and the life. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. God bless.